I remember twilight when glistening waves brushed crimson horizons, casting silhouettes across her delicate shoulders. Breeze carried jasmine whispers through open balcony doors, curling around wine glasses balanced between trembling fingers. She smiled, slow, dangerous, lips brushing against mine with velvet heat, igniting pulses deep inside. My wedding ring felt heavier beneath that moment's gravity, pressing against skin as though reminding me of promises left unspoken. She leaned closer, tracing invisible circles upon my wrist, nails grazing flesh like hungry moths dancing near flame. Every breath between us thickened, swirling scents of aged Merlot and distant rain. Somewhere, a violin cried behind closed shutters, echoing our stolen heartbeat rhythms. I could taste salt from her tears when she murmured, "Stay." Each syllable lingered, coating air with forbidden honey. Shadows deepened, swallowing hesitation, replacing it with urgency clawing through my chest. I forgot morning routines, children's laughter, the sound of my wife calling from the kitchen. Candles bent low beneath invisible sighs, wax spilling over silver holders like surrender itself. Her hair cascaded across my face, strands brushing lips, drawing me further into a dangerous orbit. In that suspended eternity, conscience drowned beneath roaring desire. Morning unfolded beneath gold-spilled curtains, sunlight draping bodies tangled upon crumpled sheets. Her breath warmed my neck, fingertips sketching lazy constellations over my spine. I traced collarbones with deliberate patience, memorizing every curve, memorizing skin like sacred scripture discovered after decades of drought. Outside, sparrows flitted between maple branches, their songs weaving through the stillness inside. My phone vibrated across the mahogany nightstand, screen flashing names I dared not answer. Her eyes opened, oceans stirring beneath lashes, silently asking questions neither of us could voice. I brushed away a strand resting across her cheek, marveling at how proximity blurred right, wrong, inevitable. Somewhere in another life, breakfast waited, coffee cooling beside untouched toast. Somewhere else, 3 small voices prepared for school, backpacks unzipped, shoes missing. Yet here, time fractured into fragments, only warmth, scent, pressure mattered. Her laughter came soft, like rain beginning upon a summer roof, carrying promise and threat together. I kissed the hollow between shoulder and throat, hearing her inhale sharply, surrendering another piece of herself. When she whispered, "Don't let go," the world beyond dissolved into fading smoke. I held her tighter, knowing escape would never again feel possible. Weeks slipped away under silver moons, each encounter sharpening hunger beyond reason. We met within shadowed hotel corridors, where perfume mingled with faint traces of cedar polish. Her silhouette appeared before me like a secret painting hidden in some forgotten attic, waiting decades for unveiling. I closed distance, palms mapping terrain along hips, waist, thighs, as though drawing boundaries only to erase them. She bit her lip, eyes darkened by the weight of anticipation. Outside, engines hummed through midnight streets, unaware of our fevered choreography. Every kiss became a confession, every sigh an oath never sworn aloud. Her skin radiated fire that seeped into marrow, melting every fragment of loyalty I once carried. We drank champagne from delicate flutes, bubbles bursting against tongues, sparking tiny storms inside chests already ablaze. Silk sheets whispered beneath restless limbs, their cool touch a fleeting counterpoint to burning contact. Afterwards, she lay beside me, tracing patterns across my stomach as though reading a map toward dangerous destinations. She asked nothing about tomorrow, yet her silence held questions I feared answering. Somewhere beyond those walls, consequences gathered like dark clouds, but within that narrow space, storms felt like beautiful inevitabilities. Decades passed, seasons painting my hair in shades of frost, etching fine lines across weary features. Children became adults, filling rooms once bursting with chaos, now softened by quiet. Life moved forward in careful steps, though fragments of her lingered like smoke after extinguished flames. One autumn evening, a knock shattered routine. I opened the door, breath catching. There she stood, older, yet unmistakable. Eyes still carried that dangerous gleam, though softened by something heavier than time. She smiled faintly, hands trembling against the chill. "I had nowhere else," she whispered, voice roughened by years unspoken between us. Memories roared back. Candles bending low, champagne fizzing, silk whispering across bare skin. My heart stumbled under their weight. Inside, my wife prepared dinner, unaware of the visitor's history. The aroma of roasted herbs floated from the kitchen, grounding me between past temptation and present vows. She looked at me as though the world might collapse without an answer. I stepped aside, motioning toward the hallway. Every choice I had ever made seemed to stand there beside me, wearing her face. And as she crossed the threshold, I felt the old storm stirring again, promising both ruin and rapture.